Hello, fellow collectors. Today we'll be talking about the Sasquatch wave. And I pull Mr. Deathlok here. And we have the Build-A-Figure. And now this is the orange version of the Sasquatch, not the white. And here we have Deadpool and Cable. However, I don't have those two figures, but I do have the leg for Cable. The reason why I don't have this Cable is the fact that I have so many other Cables, and I have the Marvel Selects version, so I just opted to get the leg version of this. But I do have Weapon X or X-23, the X-Force Deadpool, Paladin, and Domino. Some of the great figures from the X-Men line. And yes, I know Deathlok is not a true X-Men or Paladin, but somehow they're in this wave. I wonder why Hasbro put them in the wave. You know, they always throw in some figures that you quote-unquote need to finish the Build-A-Figure before you build the figure. So let's get these out of the box.
Hey, open, damn it! Open!
Okay, once you get these figures out of the box, we have this guy coming in at 6 3/4. Laura is coming in at 5 3/4. Deadpool is 6.5. We have 6 3/4 and 6.5. So these two figures are the tallest. Now, Deathlok here comes with the the left arm of Sasquatch. He also comes with this cool Gatling gun. And one of the cool things is you can feed this bullet through, and it comes through like that, or, and you just put it there, and then you have this. Now, what's cool about this is you can use this for other lines that involve guns and things like that that are 6.5 inch. And he also comes with this little handgun, with a scope, and, the extra long clip. Interesting. Now, Laura comes with the body. That's all she comes with. She comes with the body portion of Sasquatch. Now, Deadpool comes with the most accessories. Comes with the head of Sasquatch. You'll see the peg there, the peg hinge. Now, whenever I'm saying peg hinge, there's a little hinge here, our little peg, and there's a sliding mechanism, which is a hinge, and then you have a peg in there, so you have a peg hinge. There we go. Now we have his two swords. And the funny thing is, he has these weapons that are painted like they're toys, part of this little laughter here. And he has this gun that is also painted as a kitty weapon. Now, Paladin comes with these two weapons and this knife. So it's cool that he has this. Now, I always considered him more of a Spider-Man villain because I first saw him in Spider-Man. And then we have this leg here, the right leg. Now, Domino has these purple weapons, which are very cool. I like them a lot. She's the figure I most wanted out of this collection, and she comes with the right arm of Sasquatch. And then, like I say, Cable the No-Show comes with the left leg. And I already have so many Deadpools that I just could not buy that one again. Now, all of the figures basically have the same type of articulation where the head is on a ball joint. There's the ball joint because I pushed too far back. And there we have the forward, right, and left. Now, all the arms have a nice T-pose. You see they have the hinge there, so they come up. They have the bicep swivel, double bend in the elbows, wrist on peg hinges. Now, Deathlok has this section here that punches into his chest. So it will come out from time to time, just beware. And he has the old style crunch here and spins at the waist. Does a very nice split, forward and back. He has the upper thigh rotation, double bend in those knees. Has the boot swivel, has the peg hinge here for forward, back, side to side action. Now, Laura and Domino being the female versions of Hasbro's architecture, Her hair will get a little bit in the way of going back, but forward a little bit, right and left. She does a nice T-pose, no bicep swivel. She has a single bend here on a peg hinge. She does have the wrist on that peg hinge as well, and these claws do come out. Now she'll have a ball joint here at the top that'll swivel, do some. She will not have any waist articulation. They just don't believe in that. Split, forward and back, thigh rotation, double bend in the knee, boot swivel, peg hinge on the ankle. Now, see, this is the same figure that was re-released with Warpath. So I really just haven't felt like getting that pack because I don't want to waste $50. Now, this version of Deadpool is in his X-Force attire, the gray, and he has the scabbards in the back for his swords. The gun here fits in here, like so. Swords, say, fit nicely, and he can hold his weapon. Now, he has the same articulation as Deathlok. T-pose, bicep, double bend, peg, old style hinge, swivel, nice split, thigh rotation, double bend, swivel here, swivel there on a peg hinge. Now, his head does a very nice, and he does have a little choker here, which is also very cool. Just have to be sure that it's not at that peg, down, right, left. Now, Paladin, same style as Deadpool. Nice T-pose, bicep, double bend, swivel, good bend here. Waist, split, thigh rotation, double bend, boot swivel, peg hinge. Now, his guns are unique because he only has room for one, and they don't fit in there just right. I just don't get this, why they would do something like this. So I'm going to have to drill a hole here so it actually can go down a little bit further. But I always found that weird about this figure because I do have it loose from another collector. And, I just don't get it. But his guns do fit nicely in his hands. You can see here he has the ability to hold it and has a trigger finger that does go in there once you get it in there. And it's pretty nice. Now, I do like Paladin because he's like the guy who, not super strong, but can fight. At least some of them has the body armor and the weapons to boot. Now, like I say, Domino is my figure that I've wanted because I had her as a Toy Biz figure. And I was like, oh, this is all right. But then, I saw this one and I was like, okay, yeah, got to get this up. And whenever I get my X-Men shelf started, she is going to be on there. Now, nice T-pose, no swivel, peg hinge, head that does go up and down, right and left. Upper ball joint here, no waist swivel. Her split is very limited, but she can do one forward and back, no back. Thigh swivel, double bend, no boot swivel though, and a peg hinge here at the ankle. Now, her weapons have to be held because she has no place to put them other than her hands, which is rather unique. Now, this one is more designed for this weapon here. You can see it does fit in nicely there. And this one can go in here because it is more designed for it. Now, you can switch them, of course, but this one will fall out for there. So I think it's a rather nice. Now, as far as the figure goes, simply just attach all of his extremities. You have this foot, right, left, and then we put the head. All that collecting for a rather simple thing. Now, he does have the T-pose, swivel, single bend here at the elbow, peg hinge here. His head does go down a little bit up, right and left. Old style hinge, swivels, does a pretty good split, thigh rotation, double bend in the knee, ankle on that peg style hinge. But this guy looks very cool. I like him a lot. And we can get this one down because it is being a nice little sticky. All right. So we see that this guy is coming in at 8.5 inches tall. So very nice build a figure. We can kick these figures out of the way. And we can get them all that. Now, Sasquatch is part of the Canada team known as Alpha Flight. And in other later issues, we know that this is one of those teams that help defend the Earth from alien invasions and things like that. So this is the Build-A-Figure way for Sasquatch. So remember, as always, to like, subscribe, and keep collecting.